What up, YouTube? Timus here. Since this month I'm doing my reviews for past January films, here's my review for the 1998 comedy Half-Baked. Now, this film, of course, premiered on January 16th, 1998, directed by Tamara Davis, who also gave us movies like Billy Madison, the Britney Spears film Crossroads. Pretty decent director. And, of course, this is a stoner comedy that stars the likes of Dave Chappelle, Jim Breuer, Holland Williams, Guillermo Diaz, Rachel True was in this. And the plot's pretty interesting. It focuses on these three New York City potheads played by Chappelle, Diaz, and Breuer, who turn into dealing drugs after their friend and roommate, played by Holland Williams, is arrested for accidentally killing a police horse. And the trio is selling the pharmaceutical marijuana to raise the bail money, Chappelle ends up has to hide the fact that fact from his straight edge girlfriend, played by Rachel True. And the movie also helped by Neil Brennan, who of course gave us who's pretty much the guy behind the Chappelle Show, and Chappelle's attempts to amuse cause. And this movie is pretty hilarious. It is, of course, a really fun stoner humor comedy. You had lots of interesting, funny cameos. You had Willie Nelson, Jon Stewart, Snoop Dogg. I mean, come on, it's a stoner movie. It's a movie about marijuana. Obviously, you have Snoop Dogg in this. And this film did not really do well with critics. It has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it did gain a cult following, and it's a really hilarious one. You even had a very funny cameo by Bob Saget, who pretty much was saying that he used to I'm not going to repeat it, but he used to did something not so good for coke. Yeah, if you guys see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm like, Bob Saget, really? Danny Tanner from Full House? Okay. That was the first time I ever heard Bob Saget actually curse, by the way. Because when I was young, I used to, grow up with Full House and all, and I didn't really know much about Bob Saget's, comedy work. So that was kind of the first time I ever heard Danny Tanner from Full House curse. Yeah. But you also had Clarence Williams, the third was also in this. Stephen Baldwin was also in this film. This movie is really hilarious. I mean, scripted by the Dave Chappelle Show's team of Neil Brennan and Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is hilarious in this movie. I mean, he is obviously... This is really the film that... I believe this was actually the movie that really put Dave Chappelle on the map. I mean, he's done stuff he had a little cameo on The Nutty Professor, and he's done stuff here and there, but Half-Baked is really what made Dave Chappelle, out there. Then, of course, he had the Dave Chappelle Show, which ended up being, a hit. I mean, who does not love Dave Chappelle? He is always the best. And, his on-screen chemistry with, with Diaz and Breuer was hilarious. I mean, if you guys have not really seen Half-Baked, it's one of the funniest stoner comedies there is. I mean, there are some other great stoner comedies. Whether you talk about your Cheech and Chong, whether you talk about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, whether you talk about How High. I mean, there's lots of really awesome stoner humor, but this is a really fun, laid-back stoner comedy. So if you have not really seen Half-Baked, let me see where you can find it. It's on Pluto TV. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or not, but go check it out. It's a really hilarious one. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Oh, and not to mention, there is supposed to be a Half-Baked 2 coming, but sadly not with Dave Chappelle. So, yeah, hopefully it's better than How High 2, but yeah. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever, seen Half-Baked? If so, what you thought? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What's some of your favorite parts in it? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timu signing out.